If invested right, you can double this $1,000. That's right, this $1,000 in 7 years. That's at least what the research shows. Maybe some would even say sooner than that.
Much sooner than that.
In this video, we're going to take a look at 8 ways you can invest $1,000. Hey guys, I'm Sean with The Modest Wallet. $1,000 might not seem like a ton of money to you, but everyone has to start somewhere. We recently posted a video about how to make or save $1,000, so let's look at how you can invest it. Trust me, there are tons of ways to invest out there, so hopefully these 8 will give you a more clear direction on how to start. Oh, and by the way, you might as well help us out by smashing that like button, and don't forget to subscribe for more Money Made Simple videos. Let's not waste any more time. Let's get right into it. The first way to invest $1,000 is to pay down your debt. Yes, you heard that right. Pay down your debt.
You have a date to pay.
Paying down your debt could sound like the most boring idea out there compared to the next few we'll be describing. However, it could be one of the most profitable decisions you could ever make. Think about this in terms of the performance that other investments, alternative investments, can deliver. For example, if you're thinking about stocks as a potential choice, think twice. Historically, the S&P 500 index has produced 10 to 11% returns for investors, including dividends. Now, if you compare this with the average interest rate paid by Americans for their credit card debt, approximately 20% according to the most recent data, you can make twice as much as you would in stocks by just clearing out your credit card balance. Moving right along, the second way to invest $1,000 is to invest using fractional shares. A fractional share is essentially a portion of a stock, which means that the owner is entitled to receive a fraction of the price appreciation and dividends earned by the entire stock. The purpose of fractional shares is to allow individuals with a small account balance to get exposure to high-priced securities such as things like Amazon stock, currently priced at over $3,000, by allowing them to buy just that tiny bit of it.
Tiniest fraction.
2 companies that offer this product successfully are Social Finance Incorporated, also known as SoFi Invest, and Public.com. Now, both of these platforms allow you to build a portfolio composed of fractional shares with 0 commission. Yes, I said that, 0 commission. Third on our list on how to invest $1,000 is to invest in dividend-paying stocks. When you invest in dividend-paying stocks, you have the chance to grow your money in 2 ways. The way you can do it is through quarterly dividend payments as well as increases in the value of your investment through share price gains. There are tons of dividend stocks out there, but here are a few we've decided to share on the screen to help you get started. Remember, do your own research and look for stocks that have a dividend yield. If it says 0 or 0%, it's definitely not a dividend stock. Coming in at number 4 of our list of ways to invest $1,000 is to invest passively with a robo-advisor. Robo-advisors are quickly becoming a multi-billion-dollar industry with dozens of options available to hands-off investors. With these providers, investors can really build their portfolios in a matter of minutes. These companies use these things called algorithms that follow time-tested investment practices to really build diversified portfolios composed of multiple asset classes. Robo-advisors are like an investment autopilot button. Companies like Betterment or Wealthfront are among the top providers in this space. If you don't consider yourself too money management maybe savvy or such, your $1,000 will probably do better in the hands of a robo-advisor. In exchange, your compensation with them will be with an annual 0.25% fee. The 5th way to invest $1,000 is to invest in index funds. One of America's most beloved investors, you got it, Warren Buffett, has constantly advocated for the use of index funds as a powerful passive investing tool for beginning investors or for people who just don't have the time or the willingness to put much effort into researching and picking stocks to build a portfolio. Statistics actually show that it is incredibly hard to beat the market through stock picking, which means that you might be better off investing in a basket of securities through an exchange traded fund or an ETF rather than taking your chances at something you are probably deemed to fail at. I'm just going to mention a few of these. So here are a few great ways to invest in index funds through ETFs. These funds have extremely low fees and will give you the diversity, low cost, and ease that you may be looking for when investing your $1,000. Another way to invest that $1,000 is to open up a IRA account and let your money grow tax-free. An individual retirement account, also known as an IRA, can be used as a complement to an employee-sponsored retirement account, such as your 401k. This allows you to defer the taxes you pay on your capital gains until you retire. Most brokerage firms nowadays offer you the chance of opening a traditional or a Roth IRA. With the maximum annual contribution currently standing at $6,000 in 2021, there are no obstacles that prevent you from using the $1,000 to open up a Roth IRA. One provider that can really help you in opening or managing an IRA is Ally Invest. You can either let the firm's automated passive investing solution known as Ally Managed Portfolio build a portfolio for you, or you can build one by yourself through zero commission trades. The seventh way to invest $1,000 is to invest in REITs. A REIT, or a real estate investment trust, is a vehicle through which you can get exposure to the real estate market without having to physically own the property. These funds invest in properties that can lease and distribute the income resulting from rent collection and other sources to shareholders in the form of dividends. Fundrise is a particularly interesting alternative as its platform allows investors to build a diversified portfolio of high-quality real estate investment trusts without having to commit a large sum of money. At the moment, Fundrise offers 3 different packages depending on the amount of capital you have. The minimum investment required for the basic package is $1,000. Advisory fees start at 0.15% per year, and there is also a 0.85% annual management fee, which is pretty cool because this means you'll pay around $10 every year for every $1,000 you invest with the provider. This doesn't sound like much when you compare this to other available options on the market. The last way, or number 8 on our list of ways to invest $1,000, is to invest in bonds. We currently posted a video about bonds, so I will put that card above to link you to the video, but investing in bonds can be a great way to ensure gains to your portfolio, just maybe at a slower rate of return. The most popular ways to invest in bonds are through government, municipal, or corporate bonds. Most popular government bond is through a treasury bond, which is issued by the U.S. Treasury Department. They are otherwise referred to as T-bonds. So municipal bonds are similar to treasury bonds, but municipal bonds are issued by government authorities. The key difference is that they are not backed by the federal government. Rather, they are issued by governments on a state and local basis. Municipal bonds carry a lot more risk than treasury bonds as they don't have the backing of the Federal Reserve. This does, however, mean that they will get a much more attractive rate of return. The last type of bond, corporate bonds, are issued by large companies that are basically listed on the New York Stock Exchange or the NASDAQ. This is sometimes the preferred way of raising capital rather than giving away more equity. The yield on corporate bonds can vary quite wildly. This is largely determined by the strength of the company's balance sheet. In other words, the likelihood of default increases, the yield will as well. Not only do bonds provide that predictable flow of income, but they can be a great way to hedge against the stock market. This actually wraps up our 8 ways to invest $1,000. As I said before, there are many options out there, so we just wanted to give a couple of the basics to get you started on your first investment of $1,000. $1,000 doesn't seem a lot, but it's extremely important to start somewhere. The nice thing is you can really learn a lot about investing with something like $1,000 because it's enough to make you pay attention to it, but it's not going to break the bank otherwise if things didn't go as planned. I hope you found value in this video and our other videos. If you aren't already subscribed, please do so and share this video with others that may be interested in investing $1,000. I almost forgot, also drop a comment below. Let us know what you are looking to invest your $1,000 into. Last but not least, don't forget to say hello over on Instagram, and don't forget to check out our blog post, which happens to have some other ways to invest $1,000. I'll see you in the next video.